Now let's take a look at how you can manage your classes and your students within each class. The Students tab along the blue bar at the top of your screen has the 7 tabs that we're working on, the fifth one being a Students tab. So we're going to click on the Students tab, and you'll notice that a Teachers section bar pulls up. Now I already have some class periods created here, but you can do this from scratch. If you're a self-contained teacher, you're only going to have one class here that you're working on. If you're departmentalized, you might have several sections or several periods that you're working on. To show you how this is done, I'll create a new class period. I'm going to click on the tab that says New, and it's going to ask me what I want to name my class. So I'll just go along and put period 6 since we already have 5 classes in there. If I want to type a description of this class, I could. I might say class contains 10 GT and 5 ELL learners. You can type whatever you want. You can put a description as to how many students are in there, any special things that you just want to identify this period 6 with. If there's a course number involved, and this is more for secondary, you can enter that course number there. And then I can hit create. It's going to allow me to select students here in a moment. So now I have this section, this period 6 created, and I want to add students to it because right now it's an empty class. It doesn't have any students in it yet. So if I click the Find Students link here, or I could click this Student tab right here. Either are going to do the same thing for you. What's going to happen is your district gave a list of students to STEMscopes, and they were able to input all of your students for you. So you're going to select your grade level, and a list of students is going to generate. Now clearly this is my sample site, so I don't have any students loaded in because it's not a real district that I'm looking at here. But when you have yours, your student names are going to generate, and then you can simply click and add students to this period 6 until you get them all filled up. You can move students between class periods if you ever need to, or you can fill up, certain class periods with different groups of kids. It's whatever's going to work for you to meet your needs to be able to assign students into a specific grade level, period, or course. Take some time now to go through and create a teacher class or classes depending on your needs, and see if you can't input or enter some students into those class periods. When you make assignments for students, this is going to make your organization much, much easier to look at their grades, check how they're performing, and just really keep control and have order within your STEMscopes. It's also going to make it a lot easier for you to assign things if you have the students put into a specific class. That way you can go in and just assign something to all students, or you can select just a small group of students to assign things to. Some teachers have found it helpful if they have different groups, maybe kids that speak Spanish. They might create a certain section just for those Spanish-speaking students so that when they assign things to them in Spanish, it makes it very easy to just assign Spanish to that one specific group. Keep in mind though, it's whatever's going to work best for you. Take some time and try to input some students into your classes. Set up your classes and just kind of get a feel for how that student tab is going to work for you.